Alisson's injury prone, and it's sad. It's sad. Do you know what else is sad? This cut on my lip. That's very sad. Makes me look 10 times uglier than what I already am, and it's just a big shame. Do you know what else is a big shame? That Alisson's injury prone. I want to make a video, and there's probably already a few people commenting and like, James, what do you mean he's injury prone? He's only out for 2 weeks. I hear you. I really do. And you're right, he's not, supposedly out for 2 weeks. Liverpool haven't been entirely honest with how long players out for this season, i.e. Thiago, just saying. But I do these videos because it's a debate, and, use comment down below for these short debate videos, and use either correct me or use agree with me. And sometimes you do a bit of both. Well, most of the time you do a bit of both. And listen, with this situation, I just want to come to a conclusion. I'm not right, you're not wrong. Wait there. Yeah, man, I'm not right, you're not wrong. No one's right, but let's just come to a conclusion, because I just think right now, this is how I feel. And I'm not saying that this is definite, but for me, in terms of how I feel right in this second, the only sentence that I can come up with when it comes to Alisson, as well as he is the best goalkeeper in the world, as well as he is so important, arguably the most important player to our team, is he is injury prone. Alisson's injury prone, people. And please try and convince me otherwise in the comments down below. You know I'm open-minded, and if you don't believe me, I will listen to you if you've got a valid point. But that's the thing, you need a valid point. I'll give you a few valid points to why I think Alisson is injury prone. Now, I am not taking anything away. I am also not trying to disclaim I want anything to happen with Alisson, i.e. sell him. But listen, just in case that stupid, silly thought crossed your mind, let me just wash that out the way right now. Alisson is the man that I want in between the sticks. I am just offering this to you, and here it is. This is my piece, and hopefully you'll give me the time to give it to you. The last injury Alisson had, let's start off nice. The last injury Alisson had, which was at the start of the season, I let him off with because it was a knock. He essentially, it weren't his fault. You can't say it was his fault, because if you get a clash in training, it is what it is, and blah, 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 blah. That's fine. Okay, so he was out for how long? A couple of weeks, maybe a month and a bit. Comes back better than ever, as he always does, because that's what good world-class players do. Anyway, we rewind to last season. Now, even though it's all good that last injury was what it was, let's rewind to last season, where we talk about that injury at the start of the season in the first game against Norwich, and Adrian has to come in and replace him. And I thought at the time, it is what it is, it can happen, but if you actually remember how he got that injury, it was quite odd. In a sense that it doesn't usually happen, you don't see it every day. But at the time, I took it for what I thought it was, and I thought it was just a blip. Now, let's go to present day, and let's hear about the news that came out just the 24 hours before the Ajax game, and that was Alisson is going to miss the Ajax game. Now, this weren't confirmed information by the club, but it seemed like the information leaked from somewhere, and there was rumours that he had COVID, there was other rumours that he had an injury, I heard a shoulder injury, I heard this, that. What is now confirmed is a hamstring injury. Jurgen Klopp came out and said this when obviously the lineup came out and we saw Kelleher was in goal. Obviously, we had to ask questions. Now, I've said my opinion on, do I think Kelleher should have started? Not just because he played well, but, of course, Adrian is shot of all confidence. And I think Klopp realises that as well. I think Klopp knows that. I think Klopp understands that. And that's why Kelleher deserved his chance yesterday. But when it comes to Alisson, you heard about it, a hamstring injury. Well, how has he got this hamstring injury? Because it's not another clash in training, from what I know. And if it was, I'm sure that would be known information. And the only issue with this is, in my opinion, if you look at the record that we've had so far with Alisson, yes, he's played more games than he's missed, but that doesn't necessarily mean he's not injury prone. Let's take into consideration, people, he's a goalkeeper. Goalkeepers are supposed to be there for every game of the season, unless something mad happens like that clash in training. Again, make sure that you correct me in the comments down below if I'm wrong. I really am open to all ears. What I'm just basically trying to offer to you and put on the table is that this has happened more than once. And it links to so many things. Liverpool in general, Liverpool as a whole. Alisson, I think it's easy to say, and listen, so much respect to Pepe Reina, so much respect to Westerveld, but it's easy to say that Alisson is the best goalkeeper that Liverpool have had in the Premier League. I think that's easy to say. One of the best that's ever been at the club in the history, and he will go down in history as one of the best goalkeepers it's a shame that we're not getting to see him as much as we possibly could. And I'm saying it's a shame because we could be doing so much better if Alisson's in goal week in, week out, game in, game out. Which, do you see any other clubs having major problems with the goalkeepers consistently? I don't really, I mean, you could probably name me one or two, but is any of them as good as Alisson? When you talk about the other best goalkeepers in the world, to Stegen, when you talk about Donnarumma, who's on the come up, who else is one of the best goalkeepers in the world? Manuel Neuer, of course, he's been around for time. But I think when they play and on their day, it's Alisson. But I think Alisson is also excluded from that best keeper in the world conversation because he misses games. And it's because of injuries. He doesn't miss games because he's shit. He's too good to miss games. And even if we had a really good backup goalkeeper, and I actually spoke to Coppish before on the channel, make sure you go and check that out. That's already out on the channel now. And now it's a nice hour and a half talk, just having a bit of fun, having a little quiz, having a few debates and stuff like that. But anyway, I was talking to Callum, and he basically brought up the point about, he thought that the best idea maybe for January is bringing in a backup goalkeeper, someone who can either be really good to replace Alisson because of how many games he misses, or someone who can compete with him. Now, he weren't saying replace Alisson, not replace him while he's injured, not replace him permanently. I understand you can't replace Alisson. It's near enough impossible. You can say Neuer, you can say to Stegen, and would it take them? Yeah, but do I think they're better than Alisson? No. On a one-off game, both fit. I choose Alisson over anyone, and I'm not even trying to blow smoke up Alisson. I'm basically just trying to let you know that we have got such a good goalkeeper that is injury prone. And just think, we haven't had a good goalkeeper for ages. We haven't, and no disrespect to Simon Mignolet. I think Simon Mignolet on his day was a very good goalkeeper, a very good shot stopper, but on his day, Alisson's a good goalkeeper every game. Same with Loris Karius. We always disrespect him because he couldn't turn up in the big moments, and obviously he's going to live with that forever, and he hasn't been quite being able to, rebuild his career since. He's not even starting for bloody Union Berlin right now. That just shows that from going from a Liverpool starting goalkeeper and also starting in the Bundesliga to not even starting to a team that I believe is a newly promoted team or just came up last season. I just think Liverpool have been deprived of really good goalkeepers, and now that we've got one, he doesn't play. Why? Because he's injury prone, and it's sad. I don't know what you think. And like I said, I want to come to a conclusion on whether or not I'm right. And hopefully I'm wrong, and hopefully in the future I can look back at this video and be like, stupid James as always. Very, very dumb stuff. But I think right now I have a point. I don't know.